Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Cons of Tarkir Flashback draft. We are going to be diving right in, but of course, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below to show your support, and if you are going to be buying cards, be sure to use the affiliate link that will be in the description and also in the comments section. It really does help me out a ton and gives back to the channel. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. We opened up a great rare, Savage Knuckleblade, really a nice pull to Teamer, and one that I'm very happy to start with. If you play this on turn 3, you are very favored to win the game, and it's not hard to enable the colors for this. You do have to make sure you prioritize your lands, though, which, of course, I will be doing. This card, not super great. Flying First Strike Haste might seem like it's good, but on a 1-powered creature, it's not ideal. High Spire Mantis is solid enough, but not one that I'm going to be taking here over the Knuckleblade, even though it is only 2 colors, which is slightly less committal, because it can be in Jeskai or in Mardu. Knuckleblade is just so powerful that it's worth playing and taking early. And after that, I take the High Spire Mantis, and then I'd probably take Rugged over Blossoming Sands. Okay, following up the Knuckleblade, what do we have? We have Jeskai Elder. Not a great one, unless you have a lot of ways to deal damage. Bring Low. So it can deal 3 or 5 if the creature's a little bit bigger. Siegecraft on Gurmag Squig. That's funny. Elder's alright. Mindswipe is fine, but especially because in the late game it can just deal a bunch of damage, but it really does kind of stress the mana a bit, and it's not that good early. Glacial Stalker is quite good. Just Morphs are good in general, and this is a nice one. Flips into a 4/5. Dragon Grip can be solid, especially if you're going for a more like 4-powered creature type deck. Right now, I'm choosing between Dragon Grip, Mindswipe, Elder, Bring Low, and Glacial Stalker. I think Glacial Stalker can get knocked off that list. I think it's a little bit worse than the Bring Low, and I would just take Bring Low over it. But Bring Low is also kind of clunky and inefficient, so I don't really want to take that. Dragon Grip is interesting. Let's just take the Mindswipe. If we're more of an aggressive deck, this card can kind of do work. Just deal a bunch of damage and counter a spell in the process. There's a Wooded Foothills, but this is a Phantom, so we're not going to money draft it. Treasure Cruise is alright, but you kind of want to have some stuff to self-mill before you take it. There's a Thornwood Falls to help us with our mana, which I think we're going to take here over Elder. You need to prioritize the lands early and often, especially if you have a powerful card like a Savage Knuckleblade to get into your deck. We're going to take it over the Jeskai Elder, I think, and also over Wooded Foothills. Ooh, Ice Feather Aven. Nice pickup here. This is a fantastic uncommon. Morphs up. You get to bounce another creature, which is just really good tempo play. Other cards in the pack. Sagu Archer is probably another consideration. And then there's a couple of good Sultai cards. We could still move into Sultai, though we would have to give up our first 2 picks. I'm not sure how good Mindswipe is, but it seems quite like interesting to me, because in the late game you can just counter anything and deal like a fireball to their face. So if you're more of a tempo-y or aggressive deck, it works well. But let's just take the Ice Feather Aven pretty clearly here over Sagu Archer and Sultai Flayer. And now Alpine Grizzly might not seem like a very good card, but there is a ferocious theme in Teamer, and so just having 4-powered creatures is super important. There's also a Canyon Lurkers, but I think Alpine Grizzly is important enough for the strategy that it's worth taking here. There's also a couple of cards that are good in Jeskai, but that could just be because the gold cards are just something people are not taking right now, and Canyon Lurkers is solid, but we aren't even sure we're playing that color. We might just be blue, green, black. We could move into Sultai. So let's just take the Grizzly. So there's a Bloodfell Caves, which is a card that would help me splash black potentially. Scaldkin is not a card I'm super high on. It's just a bit small. Leaping Master, not really where I want to be. I think we're going to just take the Bloodfell Caves. Scout the Borders. Could be fine for Sultai. We're just going to take this in case we open a good black card worth splashing. So we could also just take Scaldkin. I think this is better than Scaldkin by a decent enough margin. Now there's another one. There's also Dragon Scale Boon, which is kind of clunky, but can do good work in a pinch. Disdainful Stroke for a fine sideboard card. I don't love main decking this, because a lot of the time they're going to be playing a morph and then unmorphing it. That's probably fine. We could just take another Bloodfell Caves, though. I think we'll do that. Leaves our splashing options very open for splashing black. Archer's Parapet, not really where I want to be. That's not the type of black splash I meant. Wetland Sandbar could be the play. Could just take a Disdainful Stroke now. I don't like Wetland Sandbar, though it does trade with a lot of the morphs early in the game. Let's just take Disdainful Stroke. Nobody that I know in there. There's a Ponyback Brigade, which is just a good card, but not really something that I'm necessarily playing in my Teamer deck, because it is my other two colors. I could see Keru Dreadmaw being the pick, but not really a great card regardless. I don't like the banners. Don't really want to play Marty War Shrieker. I guess I'll just take this on the off chance I end up 5-color. Banners are just not very good. Embodiment of Spring is pretty solid. Wow, I'm glad I didn't take the Dragon Grip. I guess it's not as good as I thought it was, if it's coming back this late. It seems like it could really wreck. I guess you can only cast it with... Yeah, this card's much worse than I thought it was. I thought that the +2/+0 was the optional part, not the first strike. Okay, you can only cast it with Flash if you have a big creature. Yeah, we're not going to take that. We're going to take Embodiment of Spring. Can enable some splashes. Can just be a solid card in your deck. Awaken the Bear. Okay, combat trick. We already have a Disdainful Stroke, so we don't really need that. Roar of Challenge. Not one that I'm a big fan of. Singing Bell Strike. They can pay 6 to untap it. Not really a fan. We could just take a Summit Prowler as another card that's similar to Alpine Grizzly. Let's just do that. I guess we'll take Deflecting Palm. Lens of Clarity. Okay, so our deck is looking solid enough. It's playing some Teamer action. We could also just be a... yeah, I think Teamer's kind of where we want to be, though our first two picks were our best two cards, so we could potentially go into a different direction. Whoa! This card is good, and it's in our colors, and it can just ambush things and be incredible. So I think we'll take that here. This card's also pretty good, but you do have to have 3 creatures in play for it to work. I like Savage Punch. This is part of the reason I've been prioritizing 4-powered creatures. I like Snowhorn Rider, but Pearl Lake Ancient is quite good, I think. It's going to get a 2-for-1. It's also just massive, kind of really hard to kill. So I think I take that, and then I would probably take the Snowhorn Rider and then Savage Punch, and then the Growth. Yeah, I think this card's good enough to be worth taking. And now... Windstorm, not really a card I'm interested in. There's another card that would help me splash black. But again, I'm not really splashing any cards right now. Hooting Mandrills is probably solid. Monastery Flock is solid. Let's just take the Hooting Mandrills here. Just another card that can trigger my ferocious stuff, and yeah, it's pretty solid. We'll probably be able to cast it on like turn 5 a lot of the time. This is the type of card I could splash black for, but then again, I could just take an Anok Tracker. I could take a Smoke Teller as just another 2-drop. I kind of wanted to take the Anok. I kind of want to just take the Smoke Teller, if I'm being honest. This card is all right. Can't be blocked if I want to be more aggressive. I think we'll just take the Smoke Teller. Get a first 2-drop. Though it'll probably wheel. Maybe we just take Anok Tracker. It's kind of irritating to deal with. Maybe Mystic is better though. Mystic could definitely be better. Warning Aspirant is also an interesting one, but I think we're base kind of blue-green-ish, even though we have a double red card chilling here. I think we're kind of just red. Red is our lighter color, so we'll just take Mystic of the Hidden Way. And now Tuskguard Captain's pretty good, but Snowhorn Rider is definitely the pick here for our 3-color deck. It can just be a beater. Pretty nice card to morph up. There's also Rugged Highlands, but I think Snowhorn Rider is really good. Maybe we just want Rugged Highlands. Rugged Highlands would really help our mana out. I'm going to continue with my theme kind of here. I like to take the... There's also a Tuskguard Captain, which is really a good card. Because Outlast is so cheap that you can just start using it every turn. And Tuskguard or Snowhorn. I don't even know which is better between these two. Probably Snowhorn. I'm going to take Snowhorn, but I'll probably regret... Oh my gosh. I'm going to take the land. The land is so important for the deck. You can't really play the deck without the land. There's a Weave of Fate. There's a Jungle Hollow. I'm just going to take the Jungle Hollow. Potentially enable a Black Splash. I still could just open a good black card or a good Sultai card and really want to play it. So Weave of Fate, but I'm just going to take this. 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. It's a bit clunky. We're just going to take the Smoke Teller at this point, get a 2-drop into our deck. Now there's a Rugged Highlands, definitely taking that over Alpine Grizzly. And over Blinding Spray. Just want to have good mana so we can cast our spells. That's all I want. Now Wetland Sandbar. Ooh, this came back. Oh my gosh, Snowhorn Rider came back. That's easy pickup. Oh man, that's nice. I guess nobody else is Teamer. I think I will play this. I do have a Pearl Lake Agent and a card that cares about Delve and some expensive stuff. Monastery Flock's decent. Windstorm is alright probably. I'm just going to take the Flock. Now Anok Tracker.
Okay.
I like this build. I'm blue-green with a little bit of red for my Knuckle Blade, my Mind Swipe. I might even play Wetland Sandbar just to be on the board early, pressure them a little so my Mind Swipe gets better. But that also could just be a complete mistake. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to do that, I don't think. My main deck, the Deflecting Disdainful Stroke, I mean, could be good. This card's not very good in my opinion. We'll just take the Dutiful Return. Maybe we end up with a super grindy matchup and really want it. Those cards aren't really important. Whoa! Well, we opened the best rare in the set. Passing a Wingmate Rock feels so bad. This card is so broken. Rock is the pack rat of the set. How can we play it, though? Like, we can't play it in our deck. It's a double white card. We don't have a single other white card. Just going to screw up our mana. I think Rugged Highlands is the pick. Just going to be good for our deck. If we'd opened this pack too, we might have turned to commit. Well, we're not going to get to turn 20, I don't think. Okay, Anafenza. This is the type of card I could splash black for, but it is a black-white card, so not really going to work out for us. It's an Opulent Palace. Our black splash is looking really appealing. There's also Pine Walker. I kind of like taking this card, this land. Pinewalker's solid. There's also a blue-red land. But we have a lot of cards that would let us splash black now. So we could kind of just take a really good black card or a Abomination of Gul'Dul. The Pinewalker's an interesting one, but it is like just kind of a 5-mana 5/5 a lot of the time. Yep, we'll just take the land. Nice. We did it, boys. We got our Avalanche Tusker. Nice reward. This is a Snowhorn Rider. Easy Avalanche Tusker, I think. Yeah, if Rider wheeled, that'd be good for us. Karu Bloodsucker. Nope. Savage Punch is exactly what we want here. That's like our only piece of interaction other than the Ice Feather Raven. And I guess this is interaction too. Hold the high ground, then bring it to your enemy. Man, that's sick. He's riding an avalanche down. What a awesome dude. Elephant badass. Become Immense. Not really what I want to be using my graveyard on. I'd rather be using it on this guy. Not really a huge fan of Kintree Warden. I think I'll just take Sagu Archer. Morphs are just generally better than you think they are. Some guy's super happy with that Wingmate rock we passed him. Dig through time. We don't really fill our graveyard to enable the dig through time, but it's such a good card. Like even if you cast it in the late game for like 5 mana, it's still good. I could see Awaken the Bear being a pick people make. Don't really want to take this card. Let's just take the dig through time. It is very expensive though. Jeskai Wind Scout, Fine Attacker, Goblin Slide. I don't really have a ton of non-creatures. Howl the Horde. Nope. Whirlwind Adept. Potentially. Hexproof Prowess. Okay, it doesn't have flying. We're just taking the flyer. I thought this had flying because it looks like it's flying. Doesn't this look like it's flying? It totally does. Glacial Stalker is a card I'm a huge fan of. We'll take that over Awaken the Bear. And now another Hooting Mandrills, which we probably can't play with if we have Dig Through Time. But we'll take it over a Tusked Colossedon. Another Embodiment of Spring. We'll take over Windstorm, I think. Ooh. I kind of like taking Scout the Borders because now that I have 3 Delve cards, it really does help me out a ton. We don't really need another Anok Tracker or this guy. So we'll just take that. Wetland Sandbar. I think I want to run 2 mountains. So I have 5 lands here. What are my worst cards? My worst cards are the Wetland Sandbars. If I just cut the wetland sandbars, I have a deck. That seems good to me. I don't have enough 2-drops that I'm willing to just like build my deck around being an aggressive deck. So I want to run 2 mountains, I think, to have 5 red sources. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources. So let's add 3 forests. That'll bring me up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources. I have 1, 2 blue sources. So this will bring me up to 8 blue sources. So I have 8 and 8. 6, 9, 12. Oh, I can afford to run an extra red source. Nice. Because we'll have 8 green sources, 8 blue sources, and then 6 red sources. Seems good to me. Maybe I should run the wetland sandbars over the embodiments of spring. And then they can trade off, and I can get my hooting mandrels down earlier. It's tricky, though, because wetland sandbar doesn't necessarily do a lot of good work. I think I kind of want to try this version, because then I can pressure my opponent a little bit better, and that makes my mind swipe much better. Because I have 4 2-drops if I include Ice Feather Aven. And I am light on interaction, which generally means you need to finish the game or be very proactive. Okay, this guy was in my draft queue. We'll keep this hand. Even though we don't have red mana, we don't have any red cards either. Magical Carp has mulliganed. I will see your Smoke Teller and raise you and awaken the bear potentially. I am more than happy to trade Smoke Tellers with you, friend. Because I don't have a 3-drop follow-up. Let's just cast the Aven. We'll trade it with his Alpine Grizzly. Again, we're just fueling our dig-through time at this point. Brutal. That's an ouch. To be fair, though, any more if we draw, we're instantly just fine. We will just Disdainful Stroke, whatever he plays this turn, hopefully. Do we really have to trade this off for his Alpine Grizzly? The answer is probably yes. Mwahaha! Got him. We're still alive. Yeah, we can't afford to take 6 here. So we take 6 here, go to 5, Or we go to 9 here and just have infinite time because we can cast Dig Through Time next turn. Yeah, even though Snowhorn Rider's way better, we just need to cast our stuff. Blue, blue. Okay, so we will take our Avalanche Tusker and our Glacial Stalker. Play land, pass turn. Hopefully this thing isn't too big. If we draw a land, we can go Avalanche Tusker into Savage Punch something. Oh, goody. Come on, land me. Give me a land deck. I know you want to. Pearl Lake Ancient is not a land. Not at all. We're going to cast this thing, and then we will awaken the bear to try and live. And we shall hope that it works. Yes, we have traded. And now Pearl Lake Ancient, if we draw a land, can do good work. Okay, so they did not have a combat trick last turn, which means they probably don't have one this turn, and now Avalanche Tusker can take over! Oh my gosh, please, stabilize! Hold! Oh no. Oh no. It's Ice Feather Raven? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. We're not out of it yet. If we draw a land, we're still in it. Land me. You gotta be kidding me. Well, we're not technically dead. We're alive at 1 life, and then Pearl Lake Ancient can carry us. Oh my gosh. If I can draw a land, or if my opponent bricks off. Just don't draw anything useful, opponent. No. Well, we needed to hit our land, and we couldn't, so such is life. Wetland Sandbar out. Embodiment of Spring in. We hit our lands more than I thought. Curious why I prefer to 2-for-1 myself instead of 1-for-1. I know I did bottom 5 with the Dig from Time, but I think I was supposed to take the cards I took with Dig Through Time. I took Avalanche Tusker and a Glacial Stalker. And at that time I didn't have my Pearl Lake Ancient. I drew my Pearl Lake Ancient the turn after. This is a mulligan. This is a keeper. We will get rid of the Pearl Lake Ancient. If we draw 1 forest, we're set, because our Embodiment of Spring can get us there. Sad day. This is going to be good. We'll take the land. Neither of these cards are super good. And we're going to be dig through timing, so we just want to have all the lands we can. I think we want to shuffle our library before we dig through time, though, so we can hit our Pearl Lake engine a little bit more often. But maybe that's not true. We're going to get a forest. And now this turn we can dig through time for 2 mana. And we have unlimited mana, so we can just take 2 spells here. Savage Punch, probably something we need to take. And then Hooting Mandrills so we can use it properly. I'm fairly sure this is the Avalanche Rider. That's very interesting, Jasper. They're missing blue mana right now. He sent a message. Such a broken card. Oh, you have no idea what's broken, opponent. Okay, that would be really bad. Okay. Play Mountain first. Now play Savage Knuckleblade. Now Savage Punch. And now Hooting Mandrills. If we trade off, we're definitely attacking with both. Because we'll just bounce the Knuckleblade if they double block it. Probably going to bounce the Knuckleblade anyway. Okay. So he kills my Knuckleblade. Ice Feather, Aven me. Thank you. Use our embodiment. Punished for a nonsense line. I don't think it was a nonsense line. I got in 4 damage. Okay, opponent has no cards in hand. I have no cards in hand. It's a pure top deck war. And it's very even on board. Well, that was a disgusting top deck. In a top deck war, there are several things that are useful to do, and one of them is drawing your 5/5 Trampler. They can't respond to me flipping, which is good. Well, that is nice for me. Do I flip it now, or do I use it as a surprise? Probably now. I'm like getting closer and closer to drawing my Pearl Lake Ancient. At which point I can just start attacking. If they trade off, then it means that they cannot double block my Snowhorn Rider. And also, this could be an Ice Feather Aven or something. That's a fine top deck here. I'm going to wait till I draw my Pearl Lake Ancient before bashing in. Sure. Attack for 4. So now they gain like 8 life. The old Jeskai Wind Scout. The Pearl Lake bounces lands. It doesn't play lands. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna deck. I don't think I have a way to get rid of their Ice Feather Aven. Oh, never mind. I have them on a 6-turn clock. That's enough time. forgot about this guy. Sure. Oh, I forgot about this guy too. Tomorrow. I'm driving you guys to the airport. Okay, Avalanche Rider. It is hype. Man, I have Pearl Lake Ancient as one of my last 3 cards before I just hit all the cards I dig through time to the bottom. I'm going to win this game, actually. I didn't think I would, but with this Disdainful Stroke, I'm feeling real confident. Because I can kill the Ice Feather Raven. That's a shame. That's a real shame. He has to block it with Ice Feather Aven, and if he wants to kill it, he has to block it with something else. Which means I kill his Ice Feather Aven and something. Perfect. Pearl Lake Ancient is one of my next 2 draws. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Wow, Mind Swipe for 300 damage. We're going to Disdainful Stroke that one. Because Mind Swipe is more flexible. Because we have more lands than the opponent, so we can counter anything they go for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have only 11 lands up right now. Wait, where is my Pearl Lake Ancient? I didn't mill it or exile it. Let's attack with both. Oh, I shuffled it. I shuffled my deck twice. You're right. I have lethal with my Mind Swipe. By the way, this is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can go counter, and then 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unless they also have a counterspell, they're just dead, I think. So they're at 9. I have 1, 2, and then 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They already used their Ice Feather Aven, yeah. Burned him out. Let's go. Mind Swipe. I knew that card would be good. Got him. Burn. Oh, man. I knew that would work out. It all works out in the end. Okay, let's just run it back. Pearl Lake Ancient. My opponent still has not seen the Pearl Lake Ancient. Oh, but they will this game. They will this game. Let's go. Easy keep. 4-lander. Lots of stuff to do with our mana. Something to block an Alpine Grizzly. Couple of game lands, so we have perfect mana. Flawless mana. Oh, they don't have a 2-drop. That's good for us. We don't even mind drawing all these lands, because now we can just cast Pearl Lake Ancient on curve and ambush something. And that's going to be good. Oh, 3 colors on turn 3. No. Smoke Teller. Because we would rather trade that than an Anok Tracker or a Snowhorn Rider. There's a rule in Cons of Tarkir that a 2/2 morph cannot trade for anything bigger than it if you block it unless they have 5 mana. So that's just a rule to live by in Cons. I'll go with the old block. Wow, those were some good cards. So I have my Pearl Lake Ancient. Dang it. So I really want to draw a spell this turn. This is the turn to draw a spell. Hello, Alpine. We hardly knew ye, my good friend. And we want to be making land drops every turn, because we want to be able to play Pearl Lake Ancient as much as possible. Man. Magical Carp, prepare to get beaten by Leviathan. We don't want to have them give them good double block options either. Not a Scaldkin. Shoot. That's not something we can ambush. Dang it. What was that attack? Don't hate on my opponents, please. They don't sign up for that. I do, but by streaming, but they don't. So I don't want them to get hated on. Sorry, zombies. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure if I even cast the Pearl Lake Ancient here. If they cast a creature, I might just save the Pearl Lake Ancient. Oh yeah, I'm saving Pearl Lake Ancient to ambush that guy. I know, but saying is the opponent on meth is quite different from a lot of the ways that could be phrased. So they can sacrifice their Scaldkin here. In which case I'll just return it. Sure. Scout the borders. That's not how it works. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, opponent. Really? Okay, we'll take Glacial Stalker. Okay, we will play this thing. Play this Morph. And then we're going to probably just spend our mana untapping the Pearl Lake Ancient, or we can just bounce it to our hand. Either way. We'll trade these off. And opponent concedes. Yeah, our deck is great. I was doubtful after we lost game 1, but yeah, definitely going to cut the Wetland Sandbars because we have a lot of ways to use our mana. We want to ramp up to stuff. Bottom of Spring in. Save. Let's go. Mind Swipe for 11 to win a game. That is the way to go. That is a dream. A dream play that comes every once in a while. Oh, that was so funny. Just opponent's just like, how is your deck just completely broken? Oh man, thanks everybody for hanging out and tuning in. It's a lot of fun to have a nice chat going. And if you are not already following the stream, be sure to do so. Join our community here. Hang out. Fyodor, Sasha. Oh, we're keeping this. It's sketchy, but we're on the draw, and we could get turn 3 Savage Knuckleblade. Turn 2 Smoke Teller, turn 3 Savage Knuckleblade. I mean, yeah. What more can you ask for in draft? It's just all we need is a land. All I need is land. Bum ba da ba dum. Come on, land. We're still believers. I'm a believer. Any land we draw except island. So I guess not necessarily turn 3 Knuckleblade, but turn 3 Savage Punch at least. Not turn 3 Hooting Mandrill. Not Alpine Grizzly. Not Hooting Mandrills. Land me. You've got to be kidding me. I'm so sad. Jeez. That is an ouch moment. We're going to have to look at what their morph is. Probably should not have attacked. What is your morph? Oh, wise smoke teller. The glacial stalker, sure. Okay, the only one that doesn't let me cast my Knuckle Blade. It's an ouch. It's an ouch moment for sure, but next turn we can find more lands with Scout the Borders and then maybe also play Hooting Mandrills. Costs 5 mana to morph up, so we are not going to do anything to it. Valuable information. Many smoke tellers died to provide us this information. That was a Star Wars ref for people that didn't get that one. Like when they say many Bothans died. Okay, Scout the Borders, my hero. Get me a forest. You've got to be kidding me. How is there not a forest here? We got to bin our Avalanche Tusker, but we need the land. We might take a chance and block the new morph. So next turn we're going to be able to cast a Hooting Mandrills and maybe a Savage Knuckleblade if we draw land. Or we can cast Savage Punch and Mandrills. Oh no! Well, they don't have the tools to flip the Glacial Stalker now. So that's good. Gosh darn you, opponent. Punishing my mana screw so savagely. I can't even cast Knuckleblade because all I've drawn is... Oh my gosh. I think we're going to play Grizzly and Hooting Mandrills here. Then we'll double block this guy. Because we want to save our Savage Punch to kill his flyer. We at least know what this one is. If they unmorph it and have another spell in their hand, then we're in trouble, but we're in trouble anyway. You gotta make some risks, and we have to try and kill this thing with our Savage Punch. We have one reach creature and one... Oh no, them unmorphing this is bad for us. Maybe they're unmorphing this one to hit us harder. Okay, that makes sense. Play the Knuckleblade. Kill that thing. So we are going to have to double block. They have 3 cards in hand. Last turn they didn't have an interactive spell really, I don't think. Oh no. That's going to be a bummer. Knuckleblade can kind of block this forever thanks to its self-bounce ability. But they have to not have a non-creature spell here. No. Oh man, we're 1 mana short of that. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Cast. Man, we just need one more land to be safe. Morph. Morph. This thing's terrifying, but we're going to be able to flash in Pearl Lake Ancient and kill this thing, I think. No! Oh. We at least only have to chump with this thing. The 6/7 is so big. But yeah, again, we had to kill the Ice Feather Raven. Sure. So they gain 10 life. That's okay. Dang it, they have Agilent Tusker too. No. Okay, we have to hold back with everything here. Until this thing's flipped, I think we kind of have to be careful. Oh my gosh. That was such a good draw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, deck. Prowess. Okay. Like Disdainful Stroke and a gain land, I guess. The gain land's actually useful because then we're not dead to one hit. And we put 4 lands on the bottom and an Embodiment of Spring that's kind of useless, so that's good for us. There's a Jeskai Wind Scout. So now we have something in the air. Our Mind Swipe can get a bunch of damage in it at some point. We're going to start chipping away. This Woolly Lockstone really holds the ground well. This would be a crazy game to win. We're going to counter the draw 3. Sure, we have enough lands that we can bounce this and flash it back in. We're just going to stay calm, hold our Awaken the Bear as a defensive combat trick, because our opponent probably won't have a ton of stuff going on. Once we draw our Mind Swipe, I'm going to be very confident in victory. We did put 5 cards to the bottom that were not Mind Swipe. And our Pearl Lake Ancient can hold the ground incredibly effectively. His Avalanche guy can't pick any of our dudes off. When team of warriors enter the battle trance known as Awakening the Bear, they lose all sense of enemy or friend, seeing only threats to the wilderness. There's a rip. Rip right off the top of the old deck. Nice little bit of reach. We can't quite play Pearl Lake Ancient again. Mind Swipe me. There we go. I should have flipped this over on their end step, but it doesn't really matter. They might be thinking about decking me, but that's not going to happen. We have Awaken the Bear for some burst damage on this guy. And we have Mind Swipe to do 4, 5, 6, 7 to them. They have way more lands in play than me, to be fair, though. Because I bottomed a bunch of mine. So this is more like a direct damage spell than anything else. Sure. I think I would tap the Jeskai Wind Scout if I was them, yeah. We don't care about the goblins. So if I attack with this guy, and they block with everything, say, I can make it into a 10-powered creature by giving +3/+3, but that only kills this. But if they double block with a bunch of things, I can kill several things, but then that can't attack through with anything else. And at some point I can Alpha Strike. Sure. I'm fine with you embodimenting. They have 5 creatures and I have 3, 4, 5, 6 ground creatures. That's a nice draw. That is relatively okay, not only does it double my clock, but it's relatively likely to make me attack with my Pearl Lake Ancient next turn. I still want to hold up all my stuff, though. But if I attack with Pearl Lake Ancient now, I have this to give it up to 10-10, and I have this to bounce one of their guys. So I could bounce Woolly Lockstone. So I think I will maybe do that next turn. Okay, that makes sense as a block. Just whittling them away. We have the Ice Feather Aven to help us out. Mind Swipe's not really a counter spell here, but it does do a lot of damage. They have 3, 7, 11, 12 mana up. I cannot counter it. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7. I can just bounce this and replay it. We're going to just quad block it. Now that this thing's equipped, I'm feeling much more optimistic. I mean, I don't really want to attack him because he'll just single block. But I kind of just want to mind swipe this turn. Now that I have extra blocker, I will play my land. We could just bounce this guy. Okay, this is perfect. So they have enough power to do a ton of stuff to it. Okay, let's assign damage like this. bounce that guy. No, I should have killed the 7/7. Yeah, that was really bad. I done messed up. Because I can't let them gain a bunch of life from that thing. Yeah, that was really bad. I messed up my mind swipe, and I have a bunch of lands on the bottom, so... yeah, I done punted that real bad. I forgot about Sultai Flare. So if they try to cast a spell, they're dead. I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can do 7 to them. I definitely messed up. I could have had lethal here. But I think I'm still going to be good enough. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so they are a teamer deck as well. It's going to be a late game stall fest. Yeah, let's just run it back. Winning game 1 is huge because look how long it took. It took like 12 minutes because I had like 4 cards left in my deck. Okay, there's a fine hand. Embodiment of Spring is going to do good work. Keep in mind, that game, we were like so far behind just because we missed land drops early on. Like, I don't think it would have been that close if we had all of our lands and stuff. We're going to get an early Avalanche Tusker out, and it's going to carry us. Oh no, I forgot to cast my 1-drop. Well, I'm terrible. Whoops, I was too busy focused on my Avalanche Tusker and how cool it was going to be to cast it on turn 4. To even think about the fact that I just didn't play my 1-drop, and so I didn't have a 2-drop play, and I'm terrible. That was a terrible play. Well, now I'm going to have to do it anyway because turn 4 Avalanche Tusker is so good. Oh my gosh, so we're basically short a Wind Scout of where we should be. Get me a mountain. Okay, so they're attacking, which means that they probably can flip this for a profit. Ice Feather Raven. Oh, gosh, they just throw away this morph, whatever it is. Okay, so we just killed that for free. That was a little odd. Okay. We'll take a hit. We'll just cast this one face up. We'll cast this thing. Feed the clan. Okay, they gain 10 and make a goblin. I do not worry. Now they're down a card. I've got this guy to block here, this guy to block here. Quiet contemplation. Okay. We can attack with everything, because one of the goblins is going to have to block my Avalanche Tusker. This is a massacre game. It feels like they mulligan because Goblin Slide and Quiet Contemplation are so low impact when you're kind of behind. Goblins, like snowflakes, are only dangerous in numbers. That is some quality flavor text, I will say. Okay, what's he gonna fight? Probably my flyer. Or my 4/4. Oh, he fights that. So this thing takes 5 to flip. And then we'll just block his thing with ours. If he has 2 really cheap spells, he kills me. 4, 5, no 6, 7. Does not. Oh no, I should have played my land so I could attack with this guy. So I attack with everything. This thing blocks here. So he has to tap my 6/4. Yeah. This guy's doing good work, so is this guy. I have on a 2-turn clock no matter what he does. Unless he kills him, of course. Like, even if he kills one, he has to kill both. He's just going through the wall. That could be Ice Feather Haven. Oh, it only costs 5 to flip. I'll get the prowess trigger, why not? Oh, that's a good draw. Then I'll bounce this thing. I wonder what his morph is. So if he has... Okay, he concedes. It was a Ice Feather Haven. That's what I thought it was. That's why I didn't want to bounce it, because then he gets free value. He bounces this Mystic. He can block... Actually, yeah, then he would go to 1. I don't know. I felt like bouncing this was the better play, because he can't have a Woolly Locks on. If he just has a 5/5 here, I bounce this, attack with these things. These kill him. So it had to be Ice Feather Haven, and he was going to have to block this. So I was going to be able to... They would trade, this would be gone, but then I would hit him with all these things, and he can't soak up enough damage, because if he blocks here, actually, he would die exactly. So, yeah. Let's go double check our deck, and, yeah. The only game we lost was when we had Wetland Sandbar in our main deck, I think. I would like to play first, and we will keep this hand. We have 2-drop into 3-drop. We have all our colors. We have a Scout the Borders, and that's good enough for me. Ooh, Black-White Warriors, or Mardu. That was a fantastic draw. Let's just get max power into play. We don't need to scout the borders just yet. The prowess could be relevant. We're just going to play this guy as a morph. And then Avalanche Tusker. Keep the pressure up. I really want them to trade with this thing, so I'm going to kind of incentivize them to by not playing my land first. because now they have way less tools to deal with this guy. Like, significantly less. It can just take over the game. Maybe they just have a couple small creatures. We're going to scout the borders first to get an extra point of damage. Look for a howling whatever. Ooh, Savage Knuckleblade. Oh no, we tapped incorrectly to get Savage Knuckleblade out. Hooting Mandrills was the one I was thinking of. And Ice Feather Aven. We're going to take Savage Knuckleblade. Getting Hooting Mandrills out right now is really tempting. We can just play Savage Knuckleblade next turn. And give it haste. So it won't really matter. We milled a lot of good cards there. But they're totally dead. We can play this, give it haste, give it buffed up. No, we can't buff it up. But we can play it and give it haste. So we know they have that in their deck. This card's really good. Okay, so I think we want to bring in Wetland Sambar. At least one. And probably cut. What would we even cut for it? Let's just keep it out. We don't need it. We have Embodiment of Spring for similar duty. This is a keeper. Fantastic hand. Sorry about this. We're going to start out by playing a turn 1 tap land, turn 2 Embodiment, turn 3 Knuckleblade. Ooh, that's an interesting option. Or we could just play Ice Feather Aven on turn 2. Put them on the defensive. I actually like that a lot. Because now this thing's going to hit them for a ton of damage unless they deal with it. Knuckleblade is a huge follow-up to it. Because it looks like they might be a little bit on the clunkier side. Yep, that's fine. We baited that out so they can't use it on my Knuckleblade now. Hello, Morph. Oh, they missed a land drop? That's huge. I think we're going to play the Embodiment and the Smoke Teller. Because Smoke Teller's probably going to trade with the Morph anyway, but now we can make sure we get another land out next turn. To potentially cast Avalanche Tusker. Hordling Outburst, sure. But maybe I was just trying to bank on drawing a land anyway. Whew. Boom! Nice. We managed to get the trophy. all that value, all that cool stuff. If you did make it all the way till the end of the video, type hashtag TeamerPower in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. Remember to hit that thumbs up button to support the channel. Leave a comment if you have any questions at all about concepts out here, or about drafting, or about really anything at all. Leave those in the comment section down below. Subscribe to join our community we have here on YouTube. If you would like to check out the Twitch stream, it is twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can join in all of the action live. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do so by either, actually there's many ways, just even watching the video support the channel, but if you would like to support the channel directly, you can buy cards using the affiliate link that will be in the description and in the comments section down below. It takes you to TCG Player. TCG Player is the spot I use to buy cards, and the link just gives you all the same cards at all the same great prices, but it also lets you give back to the channel. I get some of the proceeds from that, so it really is a ton of value. Also, if you would like to become a member of one of the biggest supporters and followers, be sure to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There is a link in the description and comment as well, and I do appreciate all of them who support, and as one way of saying thank you, one of the rewards for certain patrons is to be put in the credits. So thank you so much to all the patrons that support at the credits level and at all levels. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.